The Week 14 Player Props edition of the Stephie Smalls Show on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog is hooking up new customers. Play just $5 and get $100 in bonus funds when you sign up with code SMALLS. Last week of our merch holiday sale, your last chance to get Stephie Smalls Show merch at 25% off. That and everything else is 25% off until the end of the week. Promo code HOLIDAY. Let's yeah.
Stephie touch balls, betting it all on the power bottom falls top drop the football. Like hopes they've been teasing, they're missing the fall season. ACL twisted, bank account freezing, but Smalls caught the shots like some more reason. Leaderboard rising while the slot machine's ringing. She's slinging play stats like Nostradamus. $100 bills raining down upon us.
Happy Thursday, everyone. We're back on the Stephie Smalls Show. I am Stephie Smalls. We're jumping right in. We're going right to Week 14 player props with our friend Rod. Rod does, like a list of things. We're not going to list them. You do too much stuff. I can't list them all. How are you doing?
I am doing fantastic. Yeah, this is one of the many things I do, and you're right. Listing them all probably would take all the time we have on the rest of the show. And we got to get to player props, Stephie, because that's why I'm here.
Yes, we got to jump right into it. Why don't you just kick it off? I was late today. Now I have to get moving because I said before, it was a dramatic day. I was having a little bit of tantrum behind the scenes. But yeah, tell me your first player prop.
Listen, it's your show. I'm just the guest. So we'll go with what you go. Listen, all right. So Week 14, lots of big implications here as we kind of get down into the playoffs and the Bills struggling for, I guess, any sort of grip they can get. They've been leaning on James Cook to get it done. But this week, I feel like James Cook against that Cincinnati Bengals defense, his rushing total is set at 98.5 rushing yards. But give me the under. I know that this is not very popular because he's been over the last couple of games. He's gone over this 7 times this season, including the last 2 games. But the Bengals have had the second worst rushing defense so far this season, 153.3 rushing yards per game, but the last 3 they've tightened up. 113 per game in that stretch. They held King Henry to 60 yards and the entire Ravens running back room to only 96 overall. They held Trevion Henderson to 66, Jaylen Warren to 62 the week before that. The last running back to hit this over was Kyle Monangai, 176 yards. Breece Hall did it just before that as well. Look, this Bengals rush defense is actually stiffened up. Maybe it's the Joe Burrow effect. I don't know. But Cook hasn't really made too many inroads against this Bengals defense in his career. 11 total carries, 33 yards against the Cincinnati Bengals defense. Of course, as a backup, but it's been tough.
I'm going to piggyback right off of this because James Cook, I like the angle that you're going at. And I think part of it is too, they're using him a lot in the receiving game. So give me the over 14.5 receiving yards for James Cook minus 115. That was the first prop I was going to give out. You are right. They have definitely, I think it has to be the Joe Burrow effect because we've seen this defense kind of tighten things up where, they've given up the 6th most receptions. So you can list all these 2nd most receiving yards to opposing running backs, but you've seen these last couple of weeks, they have definitely tightened things up. I do like his longest at 9.5 here, but he's gone over this 3 of the last 4. 14.5 is a pretty low number here for James Cook. And, they're down players and he seems to be a little bit of the pacifier here. So I like him to still go over the receiving yards, but I like the rushing there.
And all it takes is 1, right? For James Cook because he's fast enough.
Absolutely. Yeah, 100%. Exactly. And we've seen, even when they're going under, we're seeing a lot of these guys, again, get these longest receptions and then they go over the yard. So give me the 14.5. You want to take the longest reception too, feel free to do that. What's your next prop that you're looking at?
Selfishly, though, I want James Cook to get all the points. So make him in the passing game because
there we go. Okay, there we go. Yeah.
Fantasy. My next one, I'm going to the Rams. Just got embarrassed, right? They need to bounce back and they need to do it in a big way. Matthew Stafford, although I think this is going to be a game that Matthew Stafford doesn't have to throw a lot. And I think I'm going to take his under on pass attempts at 34.5. I got this at minus 112. Look, Stafford has actually attempted less than 34 passes in 3 of the last 5 games that he's played. He's only gone over in 4 total games. As much as the MVP chant is crazy, he's only attempted 35 passes in 4 games at all this season, right? And the Cardinals, they've been pretty good against quarterbacks. They've only allowed 2 quarterbacks to go over this total since week 3. So, a lot of they've been running against him as well. Haven't let the quarterbacks throw a whole lot. And for Stafford, like I said, they may get up in this game where they were up pretty big the last time these 2 teams met. And it was a lot of running with Kyron Williams and Corum, if you even want to go that far. But Stafford, in his career against the Cardinals as a Los Angeles Ram, has only gone over this total once in 7 total games since becoming a Rams against the Cardinals.
Love it. Absolutely love it there. Devin Neal, Mr. Devin Neal on the Saints. I don't know what it is. It's the running backs and the receiving yards this week for me. Give me the over 16.5 minus 110. Tampa allows the most receiving yards to opposing running backs. Neal's gone over 2 straight. He's had like 23, 44 receiving yards back to back. Definitely would be interested in looking at his longest, but 7.3 yards per target. And they are getting him the ball. We like this whenever it's a quarterback, like a Shuck. Check downs are going to be something that he's interested in there to help him out. So I think we see a lot of that. 16.5 is a pretty weak number here.
Yeah, and that's a pretty popular name this week too, not just for betting purposes, but for fantasy as well. There's a lot of loading up on him. I'm excited. I think that was a great waiver wire pickup for a lot of folks this week too in fantasy.
For sure. Absolutely. Anything else you're working with this week?
Absolutely. Yeah. So I've got Christian Watson. I know there's a lot of folks in the chat right now blaring the Bears.
A lot of Bears love. Yeah.
Boji Joe with the Bears love. Hi, Boji Joe, by the way, a great listener in the NASCAR gambling podcast space, but they're taking on the Green Bay Packers this week. And Christian Watson has been a fantasy darling since he's come back. He's been a darling of the Packers. Thank God. And I think they're going to try to get him the ball quite a bit in this game. And so his reception total, it's a crazy low number at 3.5 receptions, minus 115. We know Romeo Doubs will get his. I get it. And I know Josh Jacobs, they want to be a run first team, but Christian Watson, if he goes, so goes the Packers, right? And they need to get him the ball. And I think they will try to get him the ball. He's gone over 3.5 receptions in 3 of 5 games since his return. And he's 3 for 3 in his last 3 games. He had 4 versus your Giants. Sorry, Stephie. 5 versus.
It's bye week. Nothing can hurt me this week.
And I feel the complete opposite because the Niners are on bye week, and I want to see him play.
Nothing can hurt me. I wish I missed. Like I wanted to watch them play. This is It's a relaxing week for me.
Anything is good, right? When you don't have to have anything on it, you're just sitting back and enjoying the week.
Now I just get to bet. That's all I just bet, and that's the only thing that I can only hurt me this week. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. It doesn't happen often. Who I think is going to get in the end zone in that game?
Who do you think?
It's just a little feeling that Loveland plus 425. I like Loveland in that game. Before we give out a couple more props, let me do an ad read here. We just partnered up with Kalshi, a real money prediction market legal in all 50 states. In all 50 states, you can trade tons of markets in sports, including NFL, college football, college basketball, NBA, NHL, and more. Plus, you can even trade props like first touchdowns. Maybe Loveland first touchdown is worth a look. Besides sports, they have tons of other markets, including politics, entertainment. Hell, you can even bet on the weather, apparently, which I'm just going to bet on it to be shitty outside for the rest of forever until we hit spring here. Kalshi, you can trade anything. New Kalshi customers get $20 and they use promo code SGPN. Okay, let's talk a little bit more props here. What did I miss out? What do I have? Fannin Jr., Mr. Fannin Jr. to go over 33.5 receiving yards, minus 111. He's gone over this 4 of the last 5. I think we see a lot towards the end of the season, especially with these rookies. Vegas doesn't quite catch up. Like it takes, they're still a little bit behind the 8 ball and what these guys are doing because they tend to have these peaks towards the middle of the season, and Vegas gets smart maybe a little bit later on. His longest is 16.5. That's at minus 109. He's gone over this 7 straight games. Is he due to not go over it? Maybe, but we're probably still going to play it is what we're going to end up doing here. So I like Fannin to go over the 33.5 at minus 111. Same thing with Shuck. Same thing as Sanders. They like their checkdowns. They like their tight ends. They like their running backs. So I like him to go over this.
I think for Sanders, the key is to just keep it short for now, right? Because they're trying to set up these long, and his lunch got 8. He was getting sacked left and right? You have to give him the opportunity to get the ball out of his hand quickly. These tight ends do it, and they're good. Like Njoku and Fant, they're both good. Yeah. So utilize that and let that.
For sure.
So I'm with you on that.
Absolutely. What else are you looking at here? I think I have like 1 or 2 more.
I've got one more that I can dish out. How about Patrick Mahomes? The consensus line for him is at 230.5. We've got has his over under. There's 238 if you can find it on Caesars as well, but I don't know. I feel like taking the over on this one because Patrick Mahomes, they're just gonna have to do something, right? They're gonna have to throw the ball all over the place, and I know that Pacheco and Kareem Hunt have looked good-ish in the running game, but this whole thing runs on Patrick Mahomes, and I think he's going to need to get there. He's been over this quite a bit this season, and I think the last time he was under was against your New York Giants way back in the day. So he's, like I said, he's been slinging the ball around, and I think he's going to need to do it again if they just want to assert dominance. It's not even about beating the Texans.
Yeah.
It's about asserting dominance.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not formally giving this out before all the rats in the chat want to come yell at me next week, but I kind of have the same thought process with you. And that's why when I saw him to throw an interception at plus 102, I jumped on top of it today. I believe the Blue Book still has that out there if you're interested in playing that along with me. Also to throw an interception, Mr. Kirk Cousins, minus 108 on the Green Book. Listen, I shop this because I see some numbers that don't look as pretty as that. It's Kirk Cousins versus the Seahawks. I mean, the Seahawks are second in the NFL in interceptions with 13. He hasn't been good under pressure. We know this. The last 2 years, it's not a pretty look for Mr. Kirk Cousins. Seattle's first in the NFL in pressures. They're actually the only team in the NFL with more than 200 pressures. I think it's like 213, 214, something around there. Did not write it down. Falcons are underdogs. Kirk's going to have to be throwing the ball, and with that comes a interception. So I like the minus 108. I think you're getting a nice number there.
Agreed. You want one more just for
I got one more too. Yeah, why not?
I'm kind of spicy with this one because I do not like Boise State. I am a Fresno State football fan.
Okay.
So it's the rival. So Ashton Jeanty, anytime I get a chance to take an under on him, I'm going to take an under.
Yeah.
52.5 is his rushing total. Give me the under. He has not been over this in the last 3 games. Yeah,
it's a tough scene.
Say again?
It's a tough scene to watch. It's sad. Yeah, it's unfortunate.
There's so many people that were so high on him, and now they're going up against the Broncos, who the second coming of the 80s Broncos, right? So yeah, it's a very tough matchup for him. I don't think he gets it. It's a Raiders offense. That's all I need to even say to back it up. So give me Ashton Jeanty under 52.5 rushing yards.
Love it. I don't love as much because I did see that it's starting to get touted a little bit. Unfortunately, this show is at 6 p.m., so I can't tout it before these people, and I saw people touting it. So Tyler Warren, Jacksonville struggled versus tight ends this season. Second most targets, second most receptions per game, fourth most receiving yards. Listen, 51.5 is a low number for a guy, 79% route participation. He's gone over this 3 of the last 4. I like what we've seen. He eats against zone coverage. You look at Jacksonville and they're playing at a very high rate. So I still like the 51.5. Maybe you just go to, ladder this baby up, but I still like Tyler despite it seeming to be the public darling here.
I think all things Colts so far this season have been the darlings, right? With Daniel Jones coming and making his name, and then Jonathan Taylor just being Jonathan Taylor. Like it's
absolutely.
Even Alec Pierce got some run this season.
Yeah, 100%. Any last props before I let you get out of here? We did that. We flew through that.
We're professionals, Stephie. That's just
good.
what we do.
I don't get enough credit. I'm a little late, but it's all right.
No, I think I've depleted it. I've emptied the tank, and I hope we got some good ones out there.
I think so too. Let people know where they can find you, what you have coming up next, and I'll let you get out of here.
Indeed. Yes. Follow me on Twitter at RJ Villagomez. That's the easiest place to keep track of everything. Of course, find me on the NASCAR Gambling Podcast. You had Cody on a couple days ago. Well, I want to complete the duo in this one, but the NASCAR Gambling Podcast is where we both live. And a lot of fun. I know it's off season, but we're still cranking out the content.
Absolutely love it. Appreciate you coming on. We'll have to get you on again soon.
Yes, ma'am. All right.
See ya. Underdog is your home for pick'em entries where you can win up to 5,000x. Here's a pick'em entry that I like. I mentioned him earlier. Devin Neal, higher 9.5 longest reception. This is a little bit of a manic slip here. I'm not going to lie. It's a little bit manic, but we're going to lock in here because it's 10.6x your money. It's Devin Neal, higher 9.5 longest reception. Fannin, higher 4.5 first quarter receiving yards. Colston Loveland higher, a half first quarter receiving yard. Matthew Stafford higher, 36.5 longest completion. That gets you 10.6x your monies. Underdog's got a brand new offer for new customers. Play just $5 and get $100 in bonus funds when you sign up with code SMALLS. We're also brought to you by Novig. Novig is America's #1 sports prediction market. Novig, you're getting the best prices. Novig is available in 35 plus states. Download the Novig app and get $50 when you spend $5 if you use our promo code SGPN. Get in on the action with Novig, promo code SGPN. Rhythm has been crushing the NFL season. College basketball is up and running with 300 plus schools. Rhythm has predictions for every single game. Use promo code SGPN25 when you download the Rhythm app for 25% off your first month. Download Rhythm and use promo code SGPN25. Extra holes time.
Extra holes.
Oh, wait.
We haven't done extra holes in a while.
We haven't. We've been too busy. People miss me. I even wore my Shed Picks tracksuit for the show.
Yeah. Can I give out 2 more bets before we get into this quick? Darren Waller's longest reception over 14.5 -120 versus the Jets. The first game he played, 4 targets, 3 receptions, 27 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a long of 14. He's back. I like his yards as well. And then just for fun here, Mason Taylor's receptions, 3.5 plus 120, 7 targets, 5 receptions versus Miami at the start of the season. Miami is giving up a crap load of receptions per game to the opposing tight end. I like the odds here on this. I will say a lower risk play, we'll call it.
Love all these props.
Yeah.
That was the fastest props edition we've ever had
I
on
was
this show.
fucking straight to the point.
Kudos to you.
I have actually one more thing I want to mention. I didn't see any Hampton lines out. If those do come out, he's not someone I was betting a lot at the beginning of the season before he got hurt. But we did see the Bears just run down the Eagles' little throats on Thanksgiving. And now Jalen Carter is week to week because he's post-op from a shoulder surgery and they want him 100% for a playoff run. So I would be interesting to see what Hampton's lines look like, what the longest rush maybe looks like. But I didn't see anything out. So if I see something, I'll put something out. I do owe everyone. Listen, I probably owe everyone like a Stuffception parlay or something. We'll work on that. Listen, guys, I'm still traveling. I'm still traveling. Maybe put out a video later with Stuffception. Yeah, we'll do something fun.
Not promising anything for you, but give the people what they want.
No, we're not. It's by week, mother. Yeah.
Okay.
What do you want to do here?
Is Amarin what's his status right now?
I think
is he for sure coming back?
But it's a Monday. It's the Monday game, right? So who knows when we're going to get a full. That's why I know we didn't have anything out. He has a touchdown line out.
Yeah.
But
well,
that's
promising because I do have him in 2 fantasy leagues and I need him for the playoffs. He's been in my IR spot for way too long.
It's annoying. Yeah, it gets annoying towards this time of the year. Like, I need you now. Someone just said crazy how much.
Isn't there like an 80s tune?
What'd you say?
If you need me now.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, if you need me, call me. Forever.
Oh, I don't know what that one is.
Okay. Okay.
All right. We've got
Tizzle.
Well, Tizzle's in the house. We've got Circa picks to do against the spread picks for our Circa contest.
Sure.
We're actually going to submit them right now so I don't forget.
I'm not laughing. It's a little funny though.
No, you can laugh at me. You can absolutely laugh at me. I forgot to put in the picks the last 2 weeks, which means our proxy just has to put in random picks. I haven't even looked to see.
I don't want to know.
So
honestly,
I don't even want to know. But guess what?
What?
It's a new day because it's the first week of the 4th quarter.
Oh,
we can still win money this season.
Okay, let's try to do that. I would enjoy that, I think.
Yeah, I as well. Okay.
Let's lock
I don't think we're far enough down for booby prize, which means Steph doesn't get her boobies.
I don't get my boobs. Crap.
Not yet. Maybe not. Maybe we'll hit something else and you can decide how you want to spend it. Okay. So first one I'm looking at, Bears plus 6.5. I feel like the Packers are a weak favorite. Bears rushing
6.5.
Bears rushing attack is legit. We saw them run down the Eagles' throat. I know you said maybe the Eagles are weaker there, but they hadn't been that weak against the run until last week. And their offense is really balanced. 4,400 total offensive yards this season. They can move the ball. I don't know. What do you think? I know their defense is a little weak, but I feel like the Packers have been Fugazi a little bit all season.
Both these teams have been pretty good against the spread the last 5. Is this at Lambeau?
Green Bay.
Okay. What are we looking at home? Oh, the Bears have been pretty good on the road, huh? 5-2 against the spread. Yeah, I can roll with it. I think this game stays close. I think we see that's kind of how this NFC North has rolled this entire.
Yeah.
But they always roll that way. So do I think the Packers win? Probably. But I think the Bears can keep it close enough with how they're doing it for friendship. They got the whole Cowboys thing going on. It's like the boys are boying. It's a camaraderie thing. You're
Boys
fucked.
are boying,
When
yeah.
a team gets
Ben Johnson, do you see him?
he's naked. He was naked.
He's naked. Yeah, he's taking off clothes. I mean, what is he gonna do next? Take off his shoes and throw them across the room? Better not take off those pants.
Yeah, undies off.
Okay, so
all right, what else are you looking at?
Lock in the Bears so far.
How do you feel about your Arizona Cardinals getting spanked at home at all? Do you have any feelings towards that with the Rams off a loss? That the Rams off a loss scares me, but the problem is the Cardinals seem to just can't. They're such pests this year.
They keep it close.
Yeah,
though.
You can't, right?
I mean, they got spanked hard by the Rams last game, but I don't know. I mean, this NFC West tends to keep not necessarily split every season, but keep it close at least, and the fact that they got blown out last time, I don't know. I mean, it would make me nervous, but if you're really feeling it, I'm down to bet against my Cardinals. My dad would love that.
I guess I kind of just wanted your opinion on it. What else it's kind of a little bit weird of a slate here. What other games are you looking at then?
Okay, so tell me what you think about Jets +3 at home versus Miami. Cold Northeast December. Tyrod Taylor has a career against the spread record of 33, 21, and 4. He's 60%.
That's wild.
Covers.
Oh, the Dolphins.
As an underdog, he's 21, 12, and 3.
The Dolphins are kind of in their bag right now, though. Have they played all these games recently at home? Is that what's going on? Where are their last couple games been? Because they have been covering the spread, and are they on like a little win streak here too?
I know.
Are the boys boys? But they are coming here, and it is fucking freezing in the Northeast.
It's freezing
right now. It's fucking cold.
It's freezing, and they the Jets look scrappy, straight up scrappy with Tyrod.
How long does scrappy last?
How long does scrappy last?
Okay, let's save that. Question. I could probably get behind it. I don't love it.
The Dolphins have been at home the last 3 weeks.
Okay.
To answer your question.
And they've won those games. Okay, let's take the Jets.
Won those games.
That's cool. I can roll with that.
You want to take the Jets?
Yeah, let's do it. How do you feel about Mr. JJ McCarthy coming back?
So my roommate is a huge Vikings fan, and even he is giving up on them. And that guy doesn't give up on anything.
And my thing is, if we're locking this in today, like JD5 is probably going to play. So I like the number even more.
You like the number, the Commanders +2.5?
Because the Commanders are underdogs, right? Is that still the spread? What does Circa have at? Yeah, because if we're locking it in today, because I think that line might flip.
Yeah,
you like that? You like that? You like that?
I'm down to root against the Vikings.
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay.
I think that'll fill me with joy.
The next one I have is Seahawks -7 versus Falcons.
You're always going to get me to say yes to that.
Drake,
have I not been a Seahawks hoe this entire year? Their defense is hot.
Yeah.
You like the Falcons.
No. I like the Seahawks.
Okay.
I like the Seahawks. The Falcons' interior defensive line is like a glaring weakness, and I feel like the Seahawks should be able to run all over them. Plus, Drake London questionable still. Kirk Cousins looks washed. The Seahawks are 9-3 against the spread on the year. Only 3-2 against the spread at home, though. So
that's a weird thing that I think that they're going to iron that. I don't know what. I don't know. I'm going to ignore that.
Okay.
I'm going to ignore that. And I think, too, like I was saying, like Seattle is number 1 in the NFL in pressures. That and Kirk Cousins do not go well together. That's a recipe for disaster for the Falcons. If someone can find a Mooney longest reception, I like whatever the number is. But other than that, yeah, I don't like the idea of Kirk needing to yeet it down the field multiple times to try to win as an underdog here.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Sounds gross.
Okay.
I'm with you.
Do you want to hear my case for the Broncos versus Raiders or Browns versus Titans?
I'll take the case for Browns versus Titans first.
Okay, so the Browns, they've so far had a historically tough schedule this season, and this is probably has to be their easiest matchup. They're at home. Their defense plays great at home. Titans defense sucks. They're in the bottom 6 teams overall. Yeah. So I know it's Shedeur, but he should be able to move the ball.
He doesn't really need to even do that. Like he can check down and dump off as much as he wants and probably still be okay here. And I think too, I think I talked about this on the Monday show. Like this Browns defense is probably going to have Cam Ward in hell.
Okay.
So I can get behind it.
You can get behind that. Okay.
Yeah.
Before we lock it in, let's just talk about the Broncos. Just because, come on.
I have one more I'm going to talk about after this.
Yeah. I mean, the Raiders look like ass. Absolutely.
They do look like ass. They do look like ass.
They haven't faced the defense this tough in a while. So if they're already looking like ass,
it's going to get gross, huh?
And the Broncos covering 60% of the time on a 9-game win streak. I don't know.
Who's on upset alert this week? Looking at the board, that game kind of makes me nervous.
Well, I think the Packers are an upset alert for the Bears.
I think the Chiefs are. I don't care what you guys say. I really do. Like I don't hate it. I don't hate the Texans 3.5. I think what the Texans defense is doing is just some very nice things, and I think the Chiefs. Every year we sit down and we have these conversations post like week 10 where it's like, oh, wow, the Chiefs don't fucking cover spreads. They just win games.
Yeah, but they haven't been winning that many games. But they're at home, so it makes and Circa has the line at -3 instead of 3.5.
Okay.
It's just something to consider. I'm not against it. I'm totally down to take the Texans because their defense is fucking brutal. Like in a good way, brutal.
Yeah, for sure. Do you have any feelings on that Steelers-Ravens game?
Gosh, both of these teams I just don't trust.
Yeah.
I mean, what's wrong with Lamar?
Is
he broken?
Something's hurt, and not. We're not being told all the details there. The Bengals 5.5 is very interesting, but I fucking refuse to take that team with that defense is the problem.
Yeah.
What do you mean ankle this week? This is what I fucking mean. David said ankle this week. It's eye, elbow, eye. It's every week he's got a different ailment.
Yeah, I feel like Josh Allen has had 2 bad games in a row. I don't see him having a 3rd bad game against that defense, right?
Yeah. You would hope.
I mean, he's got to get up for this game.
Yeah.
He's looked pretty bad. Okay. So unless you say otherwise, we are looking at Commanders +2.5, Jets +3, Seahawks -7, Bears +6.5, and then we're kind of waffling Browns, Broncos, Texans +3.
Well, I think Browns. Did you say Browns yet?
I mean, I say Browns.
I'm fine with Browns.
I mean,
I think it's late enough in the year where we don't have to get cute and like we can just. I mean, these are two shitty teams, but like the Titans are shittier. They're a shittier team,
right.
And the Browns still have a good defense. Like Myles Garrett might snap Ward in half.
Yeah, he's gonna eat Ward.
Yeah, breakfast, lunch, dinner, dessert, appetizer.
Yeah. And that little guy, he doesn't got much meat on him, so.
I wish I could pass over my like Thanksgiving weight to him because that would be nice. I feel like
I would love to give him 10 pounds.
Half a cheek or something. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Is that it? Is that it? Are we through now?
We are through. Commanders +2.5, Jets +3, Browns -4.5, Seahawks -7, Bears +6.5. Locking it in now.
Lock it in. Go rate and review the podcast. I'm going to be giving away some certified Yapper hats to some of those reviews. You guys can still get 25% off those hats for a little bit longer in the shop. Otherwise, we'll be back Monday. Hit like, subscribe, do all the things, and let's go win some monies.
Stephie Smalls Show, sports gambling. Play some bets on winners and catastrophe. If you want to know where to put the money, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday's the place to be.